A very warm welcome, one and all, to the Deakin Uni match of the round. The final round of the home and away season has arrived, and we're live from one of three venues set to host finals this year, HG Parker Reserve, for a big Division 3 contest between Heathmont and North Ringwood Red. It's all on the line for the Jets. Can they lock in a finals appearance in the women's competition, or will the Saints spoil the party and give the Eastern Devils black side a chance to play finals once again in season 2024? All the action across the next 2.5 hours right here on the Evenels Facebook and YouTube stream. I'm Josh Ward, joined by Paul Yukone in the caller's chair, Kate Green on the boundary, and right off the bat we're joined by the Heathmont senior women's coach, Adam Sullivan. Thanks for joining us, Adam.
No worries, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Is there a bit of excitement about this game, the final round of the home and away season?
Yeah, look, there's obviously the excitement's there based on where the girls have come from over the last 2 years and just the prospect of finals around the corner. But yeah, look, we're just taking it as another game. I think based on last week's result, we can't go in thinking it's just going to happen for us. So, yeah.
Yeah, and just touching on your opponent today, how are you feeling about taking on a North Ringwood Red side who have improved as the season's gone on?
Yeah, no, definitely. Bit of an unknown for us in a sense. We haven't seen them since round 4 or 5. So, yeah, look, we'll just take it as it comes. I think we just focus on our game today and hope that just pays off in the long run.
What are you expecting from North Ringwood today? You beat them by 45 points early in the season.
Yep. Yeah, look, I think they'll just come out wanting to play footy, nice hard contested footy. It's going to be a good game. Hopefully the weather holds up and stays nice and dry like it is at the moment.
Absolutely, and it's in great condition, HG Parker Reserve. I'm sure. Do you feel like that having that home ground advantage? Obviously, Quamby Reserve is just as big, but this is a lot more. This is one of the bigger grounds around this area. Do you feel like that can play into your hands?
Look, if I'm being honest, I think we've had a good run at home, but I haven't seen it as a home ground advantage this year. I think home or away, we just take it as it comes, and obviously Quamby's that's going to be our finals venue, I think it is. So, it might hold us in good stead, but obviously you've got Mooroolbark and Coldstream, who also have big grounds as well. So, you look at it like that, then there's no real advantage there. Do
you treat this as a final as well, heading into a potential final series as well?
Yeah, I think you have to. Obviously the girls, we don't want to have to rely on the Eastern Devils Mitcham result. So the girls know that, and they'll be coming out with a finals-like intensity. We spoke about it during the week, and let's hopefully that just pays off for us.
And for some of those players who have been around the club for a little while now, through those tough times, the Morrows, Kyla Morrow, Brooke Mullinger, the captain, Charlotte Tolliday as well, Emily Evanstein, how much would it mean to them to play finals this season?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can just see the way they're carrying themselves the last few weeks. You can see that it means a lot to them. Even that first win, you had a couple of girls in tears just during the celebrations. It was really, really nice to see. But yeah, I think they've done well to stick around, and I think it makes it a lot easier for me as a coach to have a side that wants to be around, win, lose or draw. So,
do you expect them to step up with obviously no Bronte Arnott, unfortunately, today?
Yeah, no Bronte Arnott. Miranda Marshall unfortunately dislocated her finger on Monday as well, so she'll be missing. Look, I think whatever side we put out there is going to be our best side on the day, and the girls, I know that they can go out there and play their role. We've had a few girls step up throughout the season that you might not have looked at the start of the year going, they're not going to do much week in, week out, but when they play their role, it's going to go a long way for us. And yeah, I think they'll be stepping up today. And
one thing that I've noticed as well with Heathmont, the junior girls stepping up into the side as well, the under-18s, playing in a preliminary final, I believe, tomorrow. So how pleasing has that been to blood those youngsters while they're still playing under-18s footy?
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, unfortunate result for them last week. I think they were up for 3 quarters and just slipped away in the last. But I think as a club this year, I've sort of really want to focus on building a relationship with those 18s, so when they do come up in the next year, 2, 3 years, that it's just going to be natural for them. They're not going to look at senior footy any different, really. So yeah, getting them in for a few games this year has really, really paid off.
Well, Adam, we better let you go. We really appreciate your time before this massive contest. Good luck today, and who knows for a final series ahead.
No worries. Thank you, guys. Hopefully we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you to Adam Sullivan there for joining us, and he's done an absolutely terrific job with the Heathmont side this first season. And
thank you.
We're now about to be joined by a fellow first-year coach in Rachel Icone, of course. a star of the North Ringwood side last year in Division 1. Rachel, thanks so much for joining us once again on the Deakin Uni Match of the Round.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Is there a bit of excitement about this game? Unfortunately, the final game of the season, but is there still a little bit of excitement heading into this game?
Yeah, there definitely is. The girls, it's a bit of a mixed emotions, I think, because this last game of the season, we don't really have anything to lose. It's kind of, we're just going out there and just playing our best footy, just having fun with it and just embracing everything about it and each other and just doing what we love best, which is playing footy. So.
And how have you found this season so far? It seems like from the outside, your side has just continued to improve. Obviously, there's been some pretty favourable results against Croydon North Emlock ever since we last saw you against Mitcham, and you also knocked off Mitcham as well. So how have you found the first season of the North Ringwood Red side?
Yeah, I think especially starting from looking at the girls from the start of the season and having so many newbies that haven't played before, having girls come up from the under-18s, just having a massive mixture of girls that have never played before. I think just collectively they've grown so much as a team, and just to watch them play, to see them from the start of the season to now, like the progress has been insane, and like I'm so proud of them. They're just, taking every game in their stride. Some days we win, some days we've had some pretty nasty losses, but the girls just walk off the field with such positivity and just take the best out of every situation, and I can congratulate them for that, because not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
Now, last game of the season, as we know, what are you guys looking to take out of this game?
To be honest, I just want the girls to enjoy it. It's the last game of the season. We have a few girls retiring at the end of today, and we have girls, I've told the girls, like, this team's never going to be the exact same again. Like, we're going to have girls that go up and play in the higher division team. We're going to have girls that drop off because they don't want to play anymore. We're going to have girls that, unfortunately, we don't like to say it, but there are girls that are going to get injured and girls that are retiring after today. So the team, and we're going to have new girls come in. So the team is never going to be the exact same. So I just want them to enjoy it, embrace each other, and just have fun.
And one thing, just touching on some of those players who have gone up into the Division 1 side, Charlie Power, Marley Neal, Olivia Merley, who we all saw in the last match of the round when you played Mitcham. Just how pleasing as a coach for you is it to see them develop their game in the Division 1 side and now be playing in the Division 1 side who's playing finals this year?
Yeah, so just to be able to see them just grow not only in skill but confidence is awesome, and those girls really deserve it. And I know they're just going to kill it, because our Div 1 team, they're going to make finals. So I know they're going to, absolutely kill it in finals. Yeah,
absolutely. And there's still been some pretty key players in the lineup this year. Tamara Matetic, playing a bit more in the Division 3 side. Karen Malenfant. Who else has stepped up and started to grow as the season's gone on?
We call her Ish, but her name's Aisha. She had come in at the start of the season a bit late to training, and she has just progressed so much. She's never played footy before, and just watching her from the start, not really even knowing where she should be, her positioning, just to seeing her absolutely kill it out on the wing. Her run is insane. Her just being able to have confidence in picking up the ball and just go with it has just been awesome.
I'm looking forward to seeing her out on the park today, and the North Ringwood Red side, which has done a terrific job, and you've done a terrific job in the first season. And congratulations on a successful first season.
Thank you.
Good luck for today, and hope to see you sometime soon, maybe next year.
Yeah, next year I'll be out on the field again. So
which is great to hear, because of course, as I mentioned, you were a star of that Division 1 side. So looking forward to seeing you back out on the park next year, Rachel.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Thank you.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Rachel. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Thank you to Rachel Ikone there, the North Ringwood Red coach, who's done, as I mentioned, a terrific job this season with the North Ringwood side. As I welcome you as I properly introduce you, Paul. Great to be alongside you for the final round of the Deakin Uni Women's Competition in the home and away season, at least.
Yeah, great to be alongside you, Josh, this morning, and it's a really good morning for footy so far, and I'm looking forward to this game. Heathmont, preparing for finals, and North Ringwood, who've improved as the season's gone along. I'm really looking forward to this contest.
Really looking forward to this contest as well, and seeing North Ringwood again. And for me, it's seeing Heathmont for the first time as the senior women's side, at least, and the first time we've seen Heathmont since I believe they took on the Waverley Blues last season in a Division 2 contest out here at H.E. Parker Reserve. So we're going to introduce the third, and as I mentioned last week, the most important member of the crew today, and that is our superstar boundary rider, Kate Green. Kate, good morning to you. I'm sure you're pretty excited. The final round of the home and away season has arrived in the Deakin Uni Women's Competition.
Actually, I'm sad. I'd love the women's. I know it's not logistically possible, but I'd love the women's to have the same number of rounds as guys, because it kind of feels, I really enjoy this time of the season.
Oh, it's my favourite time of season. It's Christmas come early for me, because finals is around, obviously. The women's competition star finals this next weekend. Junior finals have started. Grand finals are next weekend for them. The senior men's, I think Division 3 starts in a couple of weeks' time. So really looking forward to seeing what the final series holds, particularly in Division 3 where there's certainly sides who, on their day, have cases to be playing and winning a premiership in this division, Kate.
Well, the women's grand final, along with Vets Men and Vets Women, I think it's August 28th. So there's just one weekend in between finishing the junior finals next weekend, grand finals, and then we're straight into pointy season for everybody else. Yeah,
really looking forward to seeing what the pointy end of the season holds. This contest in general, it's a big one for Heathmont. I was doing my research throughout the week. I believe if they win this game and lock in finals, it'd be their first ever finals appearance. Don't take my word for it, but it'd be their first ever finals appearance in the Deakin Uni Women's Competition.
Well, that would be, they're actually, I think that this is their third year, and the last 2 years, as Adam alluded to, weren't that great. But just really looking forward to seeing them. Like, there's quite a few teams now in the finals contention that were really struggling the last 2 years, and they've really hung in there and changed it around. And good morning to you, Paul. I'm looking forward to another coast-to-coast call.
Hopefully that does happen. It should happen because, as we've mentioned, it's a beautiful day out here at Heathmont. Well, the sun isn't shining sun isn't glaring through, but it's the ground's in great nick. There isn't too much rain as it has been the last couple of weeks, but sure I'm looking forward to seeing the Jets and the Saints go head-to-head. Of course, North Ringwood, as Adam mentioned, Quamby Reserve also hosting finals, grand finals once again this year, Division 2 and Division 3, H.E. Parker Premier Division, Division 1 and Division 4. And there's also another 4 elimination finals out at Sylvan Recreation Reserve this year, taking place next Sunday up the mountain for Divisions 1 down to 4. So sure I'm looking forward to the Deakin Uni Women's Competition final series. But there's a lot on the line for Heathmont here. There's even more on the line for some other teams across the divisions, of course. We talked about it a fair bit on Deakin Uni Female Footy Focus. In Premier Division, South Belgrave and Vermont, they're battling it out for that 4th spot. Vermont travelling to South Croydon today in both the women's and the men's. South Belgrave playing later today against Whitehorse Pioneers at Belgrave South Recreation Reserve. That's a 4:30 p.m. kickoff. In Division 4, Bayswater, Warrandyte, Fair Park battling it out for that final spot or final 2 spots in the top 4. And the last check, Bayswater were losing. That's an earlier kickoff now at Wally 2 Reserve. They were losing to Ferntree Gully out at Wally 2 Reserve. So it means they were losing 31-0 at 3/4 time. So it means most likely that Bayswater might miss out on finals. But Division 4, there is one great story, Kate, and that is Wanturna South, who will play their first ever finals series. And we said it last year. They only won one game, but they were the most entertaining one-win team for a long time, I reckon.
Absolutely. When we did that match the round, they were nearly there. I think you were there too, Paul.
I was with Ryan, I'm pretty sure.
They're both there. And I mean, Paul, when we were, even before the game started, the Wanturna South trainers and the junior
There was a really
girls.
good vibe about Wanty South, wasn't there?
Yeah, and do you remember their trainers and the junior girls that were there? They started doing, I don't know what it was called, when they do like the dib, and they were doing it in front of the camera, and it just like, I mean, we spent that whole game just with a smile on our face, didn't we, Paul?
Yeah, no, but they had a lot of fun with it, and it's great to see when everyone's having fun when they're playing their footy, and
Yeah.
for a team like Wanturna South, who have come a long way since last year. I mean, they won the one game last year, and they're on the verge of playing their first ever final series, I believe.
Yeah, and they could get the double chance as well. They were leading at three-quarter time to Nuttawading, 5-5-35 to 2-4-16, and that was all tied up at half-time, 15 apiece. So
Is that at Wanturna South?
that's at Templeton Reserve. That
Okay.
was out at Walker Reserve, but that was moved to Templeton
Well,
Reserve earlier.
well, that's where they played. That's where we saw them last year, wasn't it, Paul? It's a really good reserve, that Templeton Reserve.
It's as good as H.A. Parker Reserve, I have to
Yeah.
admit. I haven't been out there, but watching that game for a little bit, it did look like a pretty decent deck. Did Templeton Reserve, and I know Ryan Long has fond memories of Templeton Reserve.
I have fond memories of seeing Ryan and Paul trying to fit in that tiny coach's box up the stairs. It was very snug in there, wasn't it, Paul?
It was.
He'll appreciate it. I'm sure it would have been very, very snug, but great to be out here. The umpires are now out onto the ground out here at H.E. Parker Reserve, so the teams won't be too far to follow. Looking forward to this contest between Heathmont and North Ringwood Red. There's some stars across the park, of course, as Kate Green always does. She's highlighted who the X Factors are. You look at the Heathmont side of things, Brooke Mullinger, Alana Brown, Hayley Ferris, Rachel McPherson, Kyla Morrow. There's some really good players. Obviously, no Bronte Arnott, as I mentioned, who's a contender for the Division 3 best and fairest, in my opinion. Done an absolutely magnificent job in her first season out here at H.E. Parker Reserve. But sure am looking forward to seeing what this Heathmont side delivers, Paul.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, they're another side that have improved as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the verge of playing their first finals series, and some of the players that they have in the side, and also I'm also looking forward to seeing North Ringwood as well. They've got players such as Pongo, Kane, Gilmore and Hall, who are some of the X factors for North Ringwood.
Yeah, they absolutely are, and obviously missing a couple of players. Unfortunately, 2 late outs for North Ringwood. That is Tegan McInerney, who was listed to come back in, but unfortunately isn't back out on the park. Is Tegan McInerney. Genevieve Allison also out of the side for North Ringwood. As speaking of the Saints, they're now out onto the ground out here at H.A. Parker Reserve, and there's obviously the likes of Tamara Matetic, who's played a fair bit of Division 1 footy. Shannon Harris, their leading goal kicker, done an absolutely magnificent job this season. Up forward has Harris, and well, when Charlie Power has been playing in the Division 3 side, she's formed a pretty exciting duo with Shannon Harris. And for Heathmont, there's certainly a couple of other key players as well. Three Morrow's playing, which always makes it fun. We'll have a look at some of the games around the grounds before we get stuck into this. So we've got potentially a final score out at Cheong Park. South Croydon, well, so far they're leading 4-2, or South Croydon Red 4-2-26, leading Croydon North Emlock 1-5-11. Now, if South Croydon win and Coldstream lose, they take on Moorbark today. It'll be a Moorbark South Croydon Red, a second semi-final or qualifying final between the two, and they've played some interesting contests this year. As now Heathmont run on to H.E. Parker Reserve. If Heathmont do win and Coldstream do lose, it'll most likely be a Coldstream Heathmont elimination final or first semi-final. That'll take place out at Sylvan Recreation Reserve. Now all officials, players are onto the ground as well, but certainly am looking forward to what this game is going to hold between Heathmont and North Ringwood. Kate, I'll go to you first. Well, we'll go to. In fact, I will go to you first. Do you have a tip, for this game? Well, I hate to throw you under the bus. But do you have a tip and a margin for this game?
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
Sorry.
A margin.
Oh, no
I-
need for a margin.
No, I won't go margin. Look, I have a soft spot for both these clubs, so I'd love a draw. Look, okay, look, I feel like I've done all my luck last week when I said South Croydon would beat East Ringwood, and you lot looked at me and went, yeah, no. So I'm going for a draw.
Fair enough. We don't mind the draw pick, and if it is a draw, Heathmont will still be playing finals, so win or draw, the Jets will be playing finals as the toss has just been done. North Ringwood Red have won it. They'll be kicking to the right of your screen, or down the hill out here at H.E. Parker Reserve, Heathmont kicking to the left of your screen, or to the railway end of H.E. Parker Reserve. So we're all set up for the Deakin Uni women's match of the round as both teams get their say their final words. North Ringwood getting their final word from their coach in Rachel Ikone, all on the line for the Jets as they look to, as I mentioned, they look to play finals in Division 3 after what has been a tough couple of years in Division 2. I think it was the last 2 seasons they only won 2 games, and all those coming in season 2022. But sure, I'm looking forward to seeing them, and who knows, potentially in a finals series as Heathmont move into position. Their deepest forward will be Miranda Farrago, come across along with Adam Sullivan from Nuttawading. There's certainly a lot of stars across the park, as we've mentioned, for both Heathmont and North Ringwood Red, as North Ringwood move from their final huddle. Looks set to be Tamara Matetic going in ruck up against, I think that I was about to say that might be Hayley Morrow, could be Emily Everstein in ruck for Heathmont. It is indeed Emily Everstein, who has been around Heathmont for a long time, ever since the first, for a long time, as I mentioned in the pre-game show. We're all set for the Deakin Uni women's match of the round. As both teams move into position, it'll be Paul Ukone who get us off. Umpire holds the ball aloft, and the siren will just about sound out here at H.E. Parker Reserve to kick off the Deakin Uni match of the round, the final round of the home and away season. Paul Ukone.
So here we go, as it's Heathmont against North Ringwood Red, as Heathmont look to win the clearance and go forward. Numbers around the footy, as it's going to be in the back, so it'll be a free kick going the way of North Ringwood, and it'll be Hall who will be taking the first free kick, which was smothered by number 13 in Kyla Morrow, as Heathmont look to go forward through Brown, and as North Ringwood look to go forward for the first time, and that'll be a stoppage just forward of centre for North Ringwood.
So they'll look to get the first goal on the board, will North Ringwood. Matetic might follow up her own work. Had to become the tackler on Emily Everstein. Umpire will call for it. A minute gone in this first quarter. No score as of yet. Is at the right half forward flank for North Ringwood. Matetic took it out of ruck. Got it to Riley Hall. Got to play it loose. Near 50, but coming in from the side there doing really well was the captain, or the co-captain of Heathmont, Brooke Mollinger, sees it out of bounds, and we'll have this ball tossed up around 55 metres out from the Heathmont goal. Matetic shoved it out her opposing ruck legally. They get it inside 50, looking in the Shannon Harris direction, and it'll be a last possession rule. Heathmont looking to rebound from defence.
So as Heathmont look to clear their defensive 50. A mark there was taken well by Everstein, as she looks to kick it high up in the air, and the mark was taken well by Alana Brown as she assesses her options, and she'll go down the line here with the mark taken, intercept marked by Braunthal as she looks to go forward, but she goes to her teammate in support, kicked there by Bailey, and Bailey gets it back. Now Hall handballs over to Braunthal. Now here's North Ringwood who look to go forward through Matetic into the forward 50 for North Ringwood. Good tackle laid, and it'll be a ball up just inside the attacking 50 for North Ringwood. We've played 2.5 in this opening term as both rucks will go at it, as we will get another stoppage.
So North Ringwood pressing in these early stages. It's Everstein with the tap after getting front position. Heathmont soccer it out of their defensive 50, albeit maybe not for too long. They work it well through hands, but the kick was intercepted. There is Ruby Crow, managed to get it to Asha Pongo. One to keep a close eye on. Has improved as the season's gone on, as Rachel Ikone mentioned before this contest started. Was trying to get a kick out of nowhere was Stevie Bailey. Heathmont locking it in, but North Ringwood managed to escape. There is Stevie Bailey, goes inside 50, looking in the direction of Shannon Harris, goes up against Brooke Mullinger. Mullinger muscled her out of it, got a kick away, it floated with danger, and the intercept mark taken by Ruby Crow. So the first potential chance on goal going in the direction of North Ringwood Red. It's Ruby Crow who's going to set it up to the top of the goal square. It's just to the left of Khalees Freeney, and it's seen out of bounds. And it'll be a last possession rule, free kick going in the direction of the Jets.
So 4 minutes gone, opening term. Looks to find Hardy as it's going to be going back here for North Ringwood. Handballed over the top, and we'll get a stoppage at just at the top of the goal square for North Ringwood, as both rucks will go at it, as Matetic looks to take it and kick it, and it'll be another stoppage.
Looks like she's getting on top in this ruck contest tomorrow, Matetic, just trying to take it out of ruck as much as possible.
So both rucks again. Matetic kicks it, and it's a minus score. So it's the first score of the game. It's North Ringwood 1 behind to Heathmont yet to score. We've played 4:40 in this opening term, and the umpires are saying you've got to go back and wait for the goal umpire to wave the flags before she takes the kick in, and she'll take the kick in now as she goes down the line. And marked where there was nearly taken by North Ringwood, and now here's Hall as she's had a lot of footy so far. Good pressure, good numbers here, and they look to take it out of contest here, Heathmont, and it'll be a ball up just inside the attacking 50 for North Ringwood, as it's been a good contest so far, as Heathmont will win the clearance. And here go Heathmont as she looks to find her teammate in Tolliday. Tolliday's racing towards it, moves around well, gets it on the boot as Heathmont look to go down the line here, but North Ringwood have numbers back, but intercept mark there was taken well by Hardy, as she will look to assess her options. Mark that was nearly taken. Umpire says play on, as Heathmont look to go forward for the first time. Good tackle on there by North Ringwood, and that will be a ball up just forward of centre for Heathmont. We've played 6 and 15 in this opening term.
And it's North Ringwood who lead, 1 behind. Heathmont yet to score, but they have it in their attacking half probably for the first time today. As North Ringwood attempt to rebound, the Heathmont pressure is pretty good at this stage. Trying to escape was Alana Brown. Got a high free kick. So the Jets can load up and go inside 50, possibly for the first time today, through Alana Brown. Sets it up. The mark in front position, nearly taken by Rachel McPherson. It isn't. North Ringwood have the numbers out the back, but they're unable to clear because the strong tackle came in from Miranda Farrago. Holding the ball, says the umpire. And it looks like Farrago, the former Nuttawading player, could potentially be going back, and will be looking to get the first score or first goal of this Deakin Uni match of the round on the board. From directly in front, 40 metres out, sets it up to the hot spot. Coming in from behind was North Ringwood. As there's a big pack forming at the tip of the goal square. Umpire circling. and says, give it to me. 7.5 minutes gone in this first quarter. Heathmont yet to score. North Ringwood with one behind. It's in the Jets attacking 50. As Everstein got the tap down looking for Georgia Hargreaves. North Ringwood had managed to clear. Not for long though. Caitlin White in good position. Took the chest mark. She's right in front of us. Looks to set it up once again to the hot spot. Farrago is there. She tried to claim the mark. Heathmont have the outnumber and they're going to get the shot on goal. It's there. Or it's not, in fact. It's Rachel McPherson who just misses to the left. And we're all square once again. One behind a piece. 8 minutes gone, first quarter in the Deakin Uni match of the round.
So North Ringwood look to clear their lines. So the kick-in will be taken by North Ringwood as Heathmont look to go forward again. As it's kicked off the ground with players around it. Does she have a teammate in support? Nearly picked up there by Barrow. And here's an opportunity as Wright was tackled and we will get a ball up in the Heathmont attacking 50. We've played 8 and 40 in this opening term as both rucks will go at it. As North Ringwood will clear it out of the defensive 50. But a great mark taken by Sienna Neal as she will go to the top of the square. Can she find a teammate? Mark there was nearly taken. Handball's over the top. Now McPherson again. McPherson, will it get there? Great defence on the last line of defence by North Ringwood. And Heathmont get their second behind of the game. It's 2 behinds to 1. And what a great play on the last line of defence by North Ringwood, Josh.
That was Corrine Malenfant who got the hand in after a terrific attempt on goal from Rachel McPherson. As North Ringwood attempt to go to this far side. Mark not taken by Alana Brown. Everstein will try to follow up, but instead it's Riley Hall. They work it out through hands. Hall gets it back from Emily Kane. They go down the line and the mark taken. They attempt to go straight through the spine of H.E. Parker Reserve. Stevie Bally's all by herself will get this ball back. They're forced to work it through hands here on North Ringwood. They might have turned it over. No, doing really well was Riley Hall. Had to play on immediately. Got it to true centre half forward. Mark not taken, but picking it up was Asha Pongo. Got a kick away. She might get a shepherd here. She manages to get a handball away. Looking there for Annalise Foster. There to clean up in defence is Alyssa Priya back into the side this week as her kick wasn't great, and North Ringwood will have a chance to go to the hot spot. It's out the back here for Freeney, who gets the first goal of this match of the round. Khalees Freeney gives North Ringwood the early lead. 1-1-7 the Saints. Heathmont just the 2 behinds. We've played 10.5 minutes here in this first quarter of the Deakin Uni match of the round, and that's a good start for North Ringwood. After having not a whole lot of territory the last 5 minutes, they get it down into their attacking 50, and Khalees Freeney gets a second goal potentially of the season or of her career, but a crucial one of that for North Ringwood.
Boundary
Side to Kate Green.
tackle counts equal. Inside 50s favours North Ringwood, hence they're putting a goal on the scoreboard.
How many inside 50s have they had, Kate?
They've had 5 to Heathmont's 2.
As they might get an inside 50 here, North Ringwood. They won't, as they just scramble it around, do both sides. Umpire will call for it, Paul.
So forward of centre for North Ringwood. I forgot to say it was a really good build-up for that goal by North Ringwood. They took their time and moved it forward as we'll get another stoppage here. We've played 11:40 here in this opening term. North Ringwood 1-1-7 to Heathmont 2 behinds as Heathmont look to clear it away and clear it into their forward 50. And umpire says my footy. So as we're going into the 12-minute mark of the opening term, as it'll be another stoppage here, as Kate alluded to just before. The tackle counts are even in this game, which is great to see, as North Ringwood look to win the clearance. Handball aplenty for North Ringwood as they'll kick it forward to a 2-on-1 contest. And just outside the arc for North Ringwood as both rucks will go at it again, as the tap there by Bailey, as it will be kicked forward there by Pongo. Now an opportunity for North Ringwood, but Heathmont will clear it out of their defensive 50, looking for McPherson. North Ringwood have numbers back in the back, so it will be a free kick going the way of North Ringwood. And the free kick will be taken by number 55 for North Ringwood, who...
And possibly 25. It is.
Downfield. So a free kick will be going to North Ringwood. We don't have a name for 55.
I
for
don't
North Ring-
I don't believe we do, but it's I think it was Rachel.
I'm on it.
Thank you so much, Kate. I
So-
think I think it was McPherson encroaching the zone pool.
So here's an opportunity for North Ringwood. Can they get it forward? It goes through for a rush behind. So the margin goes out to 6 as it's North Ringwood 1-2-8 to Heathmont the 2 behinds. We've played 13-15 this opening term.
As the Jets look to initiate an attack through the far side. Brown working hard at the half-back flank. McPherson out the back, probably been Heathmont's best. Posed the threat as a forward, has McPherson. Her kick isn't all too flashy as North Ringwood get it back to the half-forward flank. Heathmont now might get the ground ball here through Alyssa Priya. There's plenty of players surrounding this ball, and it's seen out of bounds. There was Jessica Bauer-Smith, and we'll have this ball tossed back into play at the left forward pocket for North Ringwood. Matetic again might have just taken it out of ruck. Will be pinged though. Kick was nearly out of thin air, and the free kick will be going in the direction of the Jets. She had an option in Emma Gaffner at true centre half back, but she decides to go wider looking for Miller Wright.
Boundary.
Ball out of bounds on the full as we cross down to the boundary to Kate Green.
Okay, guys, I've got 2 number changes for you. DeMarco is 56 and Crombie is 55.
Thank you so much, Kate, doing a superb job down on the boundary as North Ringwood get yet another inside 50 here. It's our true centre half forward. Heathmont player did really well to intercept it. And the umpire will call for it now. So we get this ball tossed up in the middle of H.A. Parkerpool.
So 15 and a half gone this opening term as Matetic will kick it forward into the attacking 50. Heathmont looking to clear their lines as they look to get out of the defensive 50, but North Ringwood have numbers around it, but they do clear it out now as Heathmont look to go forward, and Crombie handball away, and right on the centre circle will be a ball up as we go into the 16-minute mark of the opening term here. So Matetic gets the kick away, not 15, as North Ringwood look to go forward. Now an opportunity for Crow. She goes into the top of the square. Mark was nearly taken there by Freeney. Opportunity, and it's gone through for North Ringwood. And a great goal there by Freeney. That's her second. And North Ringwood move out to 2-2-14. Heathmont 2 behinds. We've played 16 and 40 in this opening term.
She's proven to be a handful, has Corliss Freeney. Only kicked the 1 goal to date this season in 2024 in her first year of senior footy. She's now got 2 on the day and proving to be a handful inside Heathmont's defensive 50. They nailed trail by 2 goals. Do the Jets 17 minutes into this first quarter. Of course, North Ringwood are kicking down the hill. There isn't too much of a breeze to speak of out here. As back up we go. Matetic yet another hit out. A high free kick going in the direction of the Jets, though. They have it right in the middle of H.E. Parker Reserve. It looks like it's Miller Wright. It is. Her kick will be intercepted. And that Intercept mark is taken by Ish DeMarco. Her kick was intercepted. Brooke Mullinger dashing away from defence, getting it inside 50. It went over the top of her North Ringwood opponent. Everstein now up forward. Got it to McPherson, who tried to take on one tackler. Umpire will call for it. That was great play by Alison Knox to get the tackle in for North Ringwood and stop a potential chance on goal as Matecic won the hit out. Could have been a high free kick. Umpire called play on. There's a push in the back free kick going to North Ringwood.
Boundary.
As we go down boundary side to Kate Green.
That was actually a bit of a sling by the back of the shirt.
It's still a free kick nevertheless for North Ringwood, and it will be taken by Asha Pongo. As Rachel Ikono mentioned, one to keep an eye on in this contest. She goes out wide. Mark taken by her team A, who looks to play on, looks in the direction of Malenfan. It just goes past her. McPherson couldn't get a tackle in. It's Riley Hall. Had a really good start to this game. Got it to Thomas. Her kick was smothered. The bounce did in favour of the Heathmont player as they look to move it from defence through the Jets. Plenty of players surrounding this ball now. And Ruby Crow wasn't going anywhere. Umpire will call for it. Just about to tick into the 19-minute mark of this first quarter. North Ringwood led lead by 2 straight kicks. A really good start to this contest for the Saints, and umpire will call for it once again. So, as I mentioned though, Heathmont will be kicking down the hill in that second quarter, which will give them plenty of confidence. The ball movement from North Ringwood at times has been really strong, heading in the direction of the right of your screen. Heathmont have shown plenty of promise in that area as well, as the tap down from Talara Radis. Again locked up. 9.5 minutes gone, first quarter. North Ringwood lead
Boundary.
by 2 goals. Kate Green, boundary side.
Inside 50s, 3 for Heathmont and 7 for North Ringwood. And tackle count continues to be even.
So, forward territory in favour of North Ringwood in this opening term, as we've got 20 seconds left in the first quarter, as it's forward of centre for Heathmont. Can they get one before the first break? As there's numbers around it for North Ringwood, as Hall has it, and it'll be a stoppage, and that should just about do it for the opening quarter. And there it is. It is quarter time out here at HE Parker Reserve. It is Heathmont 2 behinds 2, North Ringwood 2-2-14. We'll go to Josh Ward for the goal kickers.
Well, there's only one goal kicker for this game. It's Khalees Freeney with all 2 goals for North Ringwood, who head into this quarter time up by 2 straight kicks. Heathmont needing a response in this second quarter. We've got some scores from around the grounds just briefly on 2 of the Baronia games. Baronia Gold up against Upper Ferntree Gully, and the Hawks lead 53-2 in that game out of Warrandyte Recreation Reserve. And in the first quarter out at Mulgrave Reserve, it's the Eastern Devils who lead Baronia 2-4-16 to 1 straight 6 in that Premier Division game. We're going to go to a break here in the Deakin Uni match of the round. When we return, we'll have both coaches' messages from our superstar boundary rider Kate Green, and we'll bring you the second quarter of action out here at HE Parker Reserve between Heathmont and North Ringwood. Welcome back to the Deakin Uni match of the round, live from HC Parker Reserve. Heathmont up against North Ringwood Red. It's Heathmont who trail North Ringwood 2 behind to North Ringwood 2-14. Of course, there is plenty of action around the grounds. We repeated some of the scores taking place out of in the two Baronia games. We've got a score from Cheong Park. It's South Croydon who lead 3-3-21 to Vermont 1-1-7. Now Vermont, essentially, they need to win that game and South Belgrave to lose to play Premier Division finals this season. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, South Belgrave playing in a later game against Whitehorse Pioneers, 4:30 kickoff. That one out at Belgrave South Recreation Reserve. Eastern Devils, as I mentioned, 2-4-16 to Baronia, 1 straight 6 in their Premier Division contest at Mulgrave Reserve. I don't think we have any Division 1 scores at this stage, so we'll try and chase those up. In Division 2, Blackburn lead against Berwick 3-1-19, and Berwick are just the one behind. No scores from Montrose Kilsyth, Ringwood, Surrey Park, no scores from that game. Turns up Park Waverley Blues at 12:30 kickoff as both sides just about to move into position. We've got Kate Green on the boundary with Adam Sullivan. Take it away, Kate.
Adam, you said in your quarter time that it was a big quarter, that you were having a few tweaks and that you were just unlucky to convert that goal opportunity you had. What's the message more for the girls?
Yeah, I think their ruck, sorry I don't know her name, but I think she got over the top of us a little bit there and we just played into her hands a little bit. So we can just tweak that. That'll probably go a long way. But yeah, Rach was unlucky not to even end up with 2 goals, I think. So yeah, we'll just go out and keep that intensity up. I think it's been a good quarter of footy for both teams. So yeah.
Thanks very much, Adam.
So we have a stoppage here just forward of centre for Heathmont in this second term. Ball was taken by Wright as she kicks it into forward 50, but great intercept mark there taken by Casey Slattery for North Ringwood as she looks to kick to clear their lines, and it will go to Ruby Crow, who takes a bounce. She goes for a run and she keeps going. What a run by Ruby Crow as she looks to find her teammates, and it'll be, is it going to be a ball up? It is.
Boundary.
We'll go down boundary side to Kate Green.
I just have Rachel here with me. Rachel, you said that that quarter that there was good stoppages to keep up pressure, run effort, work rate, great forward entry and that. What is the message for the girls moving forward?
Just keeping up the intensity. It's looking really good out there. We're sticking our tackles and just putting the pressure on, and I think it's working really well. So yeah, just to lift from here, it's, you know, that's our baseline and it's only up from here.
Thanks very much, Rachel.
So free kick going the way of North Ringwood, and that ball will go out of bounds. I do have a final score from Division 3. South Croydon won against Croydon North Emlock 4-4-28 to 2-8-20.
So that's a big result for South Croydon. They're now into second position. They will could remain there if Coldstream are to lose their game up at the Heights Reserve against Moorbark. Back up we go. It's a big tap down from Emily Everstein. Got the first couple of hit outs in this quarter for Heathmont. That one is seen out of bounds. 2 minutes gone. Heathmont 2 behinds to North Ringwood Red 2-2-14 in this Deakin Uni match of the round. All on the line for the Jets, who are looking for a finals appearance, a first ever one in Division 3. As Matecic got the tap down. North Ringwood do well to clear the stoppage, and the kick is either out of bounds on the full or last possession rule. It'll still be Heathmont ball in this left back pocket, right near the scoreboard, which reads 2.5 minutes gone in this second quarter. Heathmont 2 behinds to North Ringwood 2-2-14. As a bit of a hush falls over HE Parker Reserve. A sense of anticipation as Matecic is out the back here for North Ringwood. Can't take complete control of the ball. Calls for holding the ball. Nothing doing for Heathmont. It's North Ringwood who'll get this inside 50 once again for them. Heathmont have the numbers around this ball. Mullinger was trying to run onto it. It's North Ringwood who get a kick off the ground and an inside 50. They win the foot race. Managed to get a handball almost out of nowhere. Picking herself up there was Annalise Foster, and we'll get this ball tossed up ball.
So top of the square here for North Ringwood in their attacking 50 as both rucks go at it. Opportunity for North Ringwood as it was Crow who was tackled, and we will have another stoppage as we've played 3:40 in this opening term. In the second term. North Ringwood by 12 points as the tap was won there by Everstein as Heathmont look to clear their defensive 50. Good numbers here by North Ringwood as they look to get their third goal and put some more pressure onto Heathmont, who are chasing their first finals appearance. Now as Heathmont clear their lines and they look to go down the line themselves, but great take there by Crow as she's tackled, and it is holding the ball, and Heathmont win the free kick, and it'll be taken by the number 20 in Tolliday, who's had a lot of footy so far for Heathmont. Good contest taken there by Thomas, smothered. Now Heathmont look to go down the line through White, and that's it through right, and now Gafer handballs over to a teammate in Ferris as a good kick by Ferris over to Morrow as they look to go quickly in their forward 50 as numbers for North Ringwood. And it'll be a ball up just forward of centre outside the attacking 50 for Heathmont. Now as Heathmont look to go forward through Ferris. Inside 50, is their numbers back? It bounces over the top. Is there an opportunity for Heathmont? Great defence there, and Knox will clear it out, will look to clear it out. Defensive 50 takes a bounce as North Ringwood look to move it forward, but Heathmont have numbers back as we will have a stoppage. We've played 5:45 in this second term. It's North Ringwood by 12 points as both rucks go at it again. And North Ringwood look to clear their lines, but Heathmont, who look to go forward, but there's just numbers everywhere for North Ringwood so far.
They're working really hard on North Ringwood, but Heathmont get this clearance, and inside 50, Kyla Morrow. North Ringwood again have the numbers around this ball and clearing her defensive lines. Indiana Crombie, will it be for long? Everstein's around this, as is Annabelle Barrow. Umpire calling for it. True centre half forward for Heathmont. Is this ball tossed up? Looks like there is a potentially injured player for Heathmont, so there could be
boundary
side to Kate Green.
Number 1, Hayley Ferris is just coming off for assessment.
So we'll see if she comes back to the park. In the meanwhile, free kick going in the direction of Alana Brown. Inside 50, looking for McPherson, who takes a strong grab.
She's been lively early, hasn't she?
She has been Heathmont's most dangerous forward, alongside Khalees Freeney for North Ringwood. She's directly in front from about 35 metres out. Plenty of players at the fall of this ball. It's drifted to the right and through for a minor score. Heathmont 3 behind. North Ringwood 2-2-14. 7 minutes and 15 seconds played here in this second quarter in the Deakin Uni match of the round.
So Knox will be taking the kick in for North Ringwood as she will go down the line here. Oh, but there's an intercept mark there taken for Heathmont. So an opportunity here perhaps. She will go down to the top of the square, and a mark there is taken for Heathmont. And an opportunity here for Farrago to get the opening goal for Heathmont. We are heading into the 8-minute mark of the second term. So Farrago to get Heathmont's first. And the kick has gone right, so it is a behind. So Heathmont moved to 4 behinds. North Ringwood 2-2-14. We've played 8 and 20 in this second term. Short kick in, but finds a teammate and handballs over the top, inviting a bit of pressure by Heathmont. And it will be a free kick going the way of North Ringwood. So, bit of relief for the moment as she looks to go down the line. Mark was nearly taken. Now as Heathmont look to go forward. Here's a good bit of play here, but numbers back for North Ringwood, and they will clear their defensive 50 again. Ball bouncing across the ground as they kick it forward to centre. Umpire says play on, good tackle. As Heathmont will get a stoppage just forward of centre for North Ringwood.
As they look to get it inside 50, North Ringwood hasn't been inside their forward 50 for the last couple of minutes. Just playing a bit of soccer here are the Saints. They've turned it over here though. In turn, Heathmont might have turned it over. Riley Hall been really impressive in midfield and gets a high free kick. Farrago coming in from the side and giving the high free kick after some good pressure from Charlotte Tolliday. As Hall looks to go right in front of us. Good mark taken. Asha Pongo, she's got players out. Shannon Harris over the top alongside Katarina Curry. She goes in that direction. Plays on immediately. Harris looks in the direction of Khalees Freeney, who's got a one-on-one. She might have pushed out her opponent. Still did really well, did Sienna Neal. Freeney might run onto this ahead of Sienna Neal. She does. Tries to find her teammate, but Neal applying some really good pressure. Umpire circling, and we'll call for it. 10 minutes gone in this second quarter. North Ringwood lead 2-2-14. Heathmont 4 behinds in the Deakin Uni match of the round.
Boundary.
We go down boundary side to Kate Green.
Just quickly, they're equal on their inside 50s, 3 apiece, and equal on their free kicks, 3 apiece.
So very well adjudicated game from the umpires today, and a fairly even contest in general. As Hall got a kick away. Trying to get a kick out of nowhere was Alyssa Priya. It's North Ringwood who are going to get a chance. The mark taken! And Shannon Harris, North Ringwood Reds leading goal kicker, can go back from pretty much directly in front, around 20 metres out from their goal. She can give them a 16-point lead. Comes in now, makes no mistakes. North Ringwood with the first 3 of this Deakin Uni match of the round. 3-2-20 the Saints. Heathmont 4 behind. 11 minutes gone second quarter, and it's a case of Heathmont having the opportunities on goal, failing to convert. North Ringwood getting a shot on goal, their first, and getting on the scoreboard, Paul.
Yes, they've really let some opportunities go off in this game so far, Heathmont, and yeah, it's out to 16 points with 11 and a half minutes gone in the second term. So Heathmont need to get a couple goals back as North Ringwood will win the clearance, try to soccer it off the ground as North Ringwood look to go forward. Good tackle there. Umpire says play on, and there'll be forward of centre for North Ringwood as we're 12 minutes into the second quarter. North Ringwood by 16 points as Heathmont or North Ringwood look to win the clearance. Mark there was nearly taken by Crow as free kick will be high, and it'll be a free kick going North Ringwood's way, and North Ringwood will go forward again, goes to a 2-on-1 now. Harris, opportunity top of the square, going towards Freeney. Can Freeney pick it up? Really well done there by the Heathmont defender. Freeney's tackled, and it'll be a stoppage just outside the North Ringwood goals. Top of the square. As both rucks go at it again. Now, as North Ringwood look to create another opportunity, and we'll get another stoppage. The margin is 16 points, and North Ringwood are pressing. Tap away by the Heathmont ruck, and it'll be another stoppage here as
Boundary.
we'll go boundary side to Kate Green.
Hayley Ferris, number 1 for Heathmont's back on the field.
Great to
So
see.
here's an opportunity. Now it's taken here by Kane. Kane to the top of the square as Heathmont look to clear their lines, but North Ringwood are looking dangerous. Can they clear it out? Heathmont, they're under pressure as they look to clear it, but a mark, intercept mark there by Hall. Now an opportunity. Opportunity here for Crow as Crow looks to pick the ball up. She has a teammate support, but it'll be kicked away by Tolliday. And now as Heathmont look to go down the ground, handball by Brown over to, back to Tolliday. Down the line again. Here's Everstein. Everstein looks to pick it up. Handball is over as Tolliday will kick it down the line again. Numbers back for North Ringwood as it'll be an intercept mark there taken for Heathmont. And they will go down the line again. Good mark taken there by McPherson. As McPherson's assessing her options. Down the line. Mark, intercept mark there was nearly taken, but North Ringwood will look to go forward. Good pressure by both sides so far in this game as North Ringwood go down the line quickly. There are numbers racing towards it for Heathmont and it'll be out of bounds. So it'll be last touch and it'll go the way of Heathmont, who are trailing by 16 points, 15 minutes into the second term. Down the line, looking for a mark, and that's a great mark there taken by Everstein as she's assessing her options. Mark there was nearly taken as they look to go into their forward 50. And it is in the forward 50, but North Ringwood look to clear their lines again. And it'll be another stoppage. We've played 15:40 in the second term.
Live score from Cheong Park. South Croydon 8-3-51, leading Vermont 2-1-13. South Croydon have kicked the last 5 goals after Vermont kicked the first goal in that contest. As on the far side, it is now of H.A. Parker reserve ball locked up. 16 minutes gone, second quarter. Heathmont trail 4-20 in this Deakin Uni match of the round. They wouldn't mind a goal heading into half-time as from behind. The tap from Talawa Radis. Ball once again locked up. Equally, North Ringwood, they won't mind it being locked up. It's a very handy buffer they've currently got of 16 points. As the tap down, running onto it there was Miller Wright. Been impressive in midfield. Goes inside 50. Really good mark. Everstein looks to play on immediately because she's got Amy Morrow out the back. It just fell short of her. Invites North Ringwood to get players around theirs. And it is in fact in the back. Well called there, Paul. And Amy Morrow can go back. Kicked 8 goals this season. This for the first. And a crucial one for Heathmont. Straight through. And the Heathmont crowd rise. They've got their first goal on the board. 1-4-10 the Jets. North Ringwood 3-2-20. 17 minutes gone, second quarter.
Yeah, great response there by Heathmont. It's a goal they needed just before half-time. As Heathmont cut the margin back to 10 points. It's Heathmont 1-4-10 to 3-2-20. A much needed goal, of course. Heathmont are chasing their first ever finals appearance. As the umpire will ball it up. Both rucks go at it. Tapped away there by Matetic, who's done really well in the ruck for North Ringwood in this game. Kicks it high as Heathmont look to go forward, but there are numbers back for North Ringwood. The numbers back for Heathmont as well, as it's kicked away by Boa Smith, and it's an intercept mark there taken for the North Ringwood side. As mark there's taken by Hall, who's had a lot of it for North Ringwood so far, but she's gone and it's holding the footy.
I was just about to say Riley Hall was my best on ground at this stage for North Ringwood, and then unfortunately she turns the ball over.
So Heathmont will look to go forward. Can they get another one before the break? Mark there was nearly taken. Dangerous here for Heathmont, but it will be cleared away there by Crombie. Numbers for Heathmont, and we will get a stoppage as we're 18:40 into the second term. 1-4-10 Heathmont, 3-2-20 North Ringwood. It's a free kick going Heathmont's way, and it's 25 as well.
Oh.
Wow. So 25-metre penalty, and it'll be Everstein who will come to the goal square.
She doesn't want to give another 25 away, although she's marched towards the goal line, Paul.
So here's Everstein to get him back within 4 points, and it's right through the middle. And it's back to a 4-point margin. Heathmont 2-4-16 to North Ringwood 3-2-20. We've played 19.5 second term.
This is a good game we've got on our hands out here at HE Parker Reserve. Heathmont right back into this contest after conceding the first 3.
Boundary.
As we go down to Kate Green on the boundary.
The feel from the ground, Heathmont have lifted. The girls after that first goal, they've just lifted.
They absolutely have. And it's Emily Everstein, Amy Morrow getting those 2 goals for Heathmonters. We'll probably get this ball tossed up, and then the halftime siren will sound. It's Matejic with the tap down. There is the halftime siren. We have got a ball game on our hands out here at HE Parker Reserve. Heathmont 2-4-16 to North Ringwood 3-2-20. Paul Yukone with the goal kickers.
Well, the goal kickers for Heathmont, Everstein and Morrow with singles, and for North Ringwood, Freeney with the 2 goals in the first quarter, and Harris with the 1 goal.
So half-time out here. The Jets have come back right into this contest. Do you have, who do you reckon have been some of the better players in that first half, Paul?
I think personally Hall's just about my best on ground for North Ringwood. Matejic in the ruck's done really well. Crow's had a lot of it, and for Heathmont, I would say Alana Brown, Tolliday has had a lot. Both of them have had a lot of footy, and I think Everstein as well has compared well. It's been a really good ruck contest between the 2 ruckmen.
Absolutely. I reckon Rachel McPherson, she's absolutely stiff.
She's been good as well.
She was stiff not to get a goal in that first quarter, as Adam mentioned. She was absolutely superb as a threat inside the attacking half for Heathmont. Whenever Miller Wright's gotten hands on the ball, she needs to get it. She needs to get more possessions, because whenever she has gotten hands on it, she's looked very threatening and just got a lethal boot on her. As we'll go to before we go to a break, we'll bring you some scores from around the grounds. Out at Cheong Park, there's 1 minute left in the second quarter, or half time in fact. South Croydon 9-4-52 to Vermont 2-1-13. So a massive second quarter, 6 goals to just the 1 in that second quarter for South Croydon, who are going into finals like a steam train after knocking off the Eastern Devils, of course, last weekend in the match of the round, and leading here by 39 points. Division 1, a quarter time score from Crombie Reserve. North Ringwood led that game 35-0, so they've almost gotten a double chance sewn up. Of course, they can fall out of it. No scores from the other games as of yet. Down into Division 2, Blackburn lead against Berwick, 5-1-31 to Berwick 2-3-15. Hate to toot my own horn, but I had Blackburn as my wild card this weekend on Female Footy Focus. No scores from Montrose, Kilsyth and Ringwood Surrey Park. Ringwood Surrey Park just up the road from here at Jubilee Park, and Montrose playing Kilsyth out at Montrose Recreation Reserve. Division 3, of course, final score from Cheong Park in the early kick-off there. South Croydon 4-4-28, defeating Croydon North Emlock 2-8-20. No score update from Moolbar Coldstream as of yet, and Eastern Devils back playing Mitcham in a later kick-off. And in Division 4, Baronia Gold well and truly on track for their second win of the season, 10-6-66, leading up Ferntree Gully and keeping them to just the 2 behind. Final score from Templeton Reserve, 1-2 South, 5-5-35, defeating Nunawading 2-5-17. And of course, Ferntree Gully defeating Bayswater 37-1. So for Bayswater to play finals, they need the Basin Green to defeat Warrandyte out of Batterham Reserve, and we don't have a score from that game. But we're set up for a pretty interesting second half, aren't we, Paul?
We certainly are, and Yeah, North Ringwood got off to a very good start, and Heathmont with the response at the end. It's a really cracking contest.
It absolutely is. Kay Green, your thoughts so far on this contest from down on ground level?
I just think that they've improved since we saw them last year so much. And I'm actually really enjoying the fact that, Heathmont, that second quarter, led 7-5 in inside 50s. They led in tackles 9-4. They led in intercept marks 2-1. And they also led in 3 kicks being awarded to them by 5-4. So they're both very even teams, and I'm just really enjoying watching them go head to head.
I'm really enjoying North Ringwood as well, they seem like they've improved since the last time we saw them in round 7 against the Mitcham. Just continue to grow, do the Saints, their development side. Obviously, the Division 1 side is looking the goods at the moment and well and truly on track to potentially win a Division 1 premiership, possibly their second ever premiership as a women's side. So there's certainly a lot to like about the North Ringwood women's program, as is the case for the Heathmont women's program. Well, we better go to a break here in the Deakin Uni match of the round. When we return, we'll bring you this third quarter of action out here at H.A. Parker Reserve. It's North Ringwood leading 3-2-20 to Heathmont 2-4-16. And welcome back to the Deakin Uni match of the round. A short half-time break out here at H.E. Parker Reserve. We're just about to get started for the second half. Both teams are now out onto the ground as the Heathmont and Baronia Reserves walk off H.E. Parker. They're, of course, playing both the reserves and seniors out here. And then later on a 5 p.m. kickoff for the under-19. So a big day out here at H.E. Parker, the women's game out here. It's kicking things off. It's Heathmont trailing 2-4-16 to North Ringwood 3-2-22. Late goals have seen them get right back into this contest, the Jets, as they look to sew up a finals appearance, a first finals appearance in Division 3 after a tough couple of years in Division 2. We're all set for action out here. We go down boundary side to Kate Green, who has Adam Sullivan alongside her.
Adam, that was a really great last 10, 15 minutes, 10 minutes of the second quarter. What's the message moving forward to build upon that great last part of the second quarter?
Yeah, look, we think our ball movement changed a fair bit in that last little period. And I mean, a goal, that can just change your mentality big time. So I think having the 2 goals there instead of the 4 behinds is going to really come out and hold us in good step for the next 20 minutes, and then we'll go again in the last quarter. So.
We did notice a lift immediately in the whole team and here in the coach's box immediately after that first goal in the second quarter.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, you look at our scoreline across the year, we tend to kick a lot of points, and when we get that first, sometimes the floodgates open. So let's hope that's how it goes this quarter.
Thanks very much, Adam. All the best.
So a stoppage forward of centre for North Ringwood, just outside their attacking 50 to start off this third quarter as Matetic looks to kick it away, and it'll be a holding the ball. So free kick will go the way of Heathmont, and it'll be going to McPherson, who handballs. Goes down the line, and Mark there was nearly taken by Hall. Hall picks it up, now kicks it high as there's numbers back for Heathmont, and they will look to clear their lines. So down the line it goes, has teammates in front of her. Mark there was taken by Gafer as she looks to go forward. Handballs down the line to her teammate in Everstein. Intercept mark there again for Heathmont as they look to create an opportunity to go forward. Numbers back for North Ringwood, couldn't quite take the mark, and it was in their forward 50 for the time being, but it was cleared out by Crombie. Now as North Ringwood look to go from half back to the forward 50. Good tackle on Boya Smith, and it'll be free kick going the way of North Ringwood. Finds teammate as a teammate in Pongo as they look to go forward, but Heathmont have numbers back and they look to go into their forward 50, looking for Farrago, who picks it up. No, it was Everstein who picked it up, and it'll be a ball up the top of the about 30 metres out from goal.
Boundary.
We'll go boundary side to Kate Green.
I have Rachel here. Rachel, bit of a mixed quarter, that second quarter. What's the message going into this quarter for the girls?
Yeah, I think Heathmont came out really strong. They lifted a bit, so I think it was pretty much just for us to lift, and we got to keep going at it, keep sticking the tackles, and just be hard at the ball.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
So 3 minutes into the the third term, North Ringwood by 4 points, and we'll get another stoppage.
As they're pressing here once again, Heathmont had a bit of possession in this to start this third quarter of the Deakin Uni match of the round. Norwich changed to the halftime score. Heathmont 2-4-16, North Ringwood Reds 3-2-20. Everstein won the tap down, bustling her way through. Amy Morrow.
High.
And there's a high free kick going to North Ringwood. And it's to Tamara Matecic. And one of North Ringwood's most impressive players. Out wide she goes, finds Indiana Crombie, who's right in front of us at the right half-back flank. Clears her defensive 50. Heathmont have the numbers at the full of the ball. No, in fact, it's North Ringwood. Taking a bounce there was Stevie Bailey, who's run down by Hayley Morrow. Absolutely mowed down was Bailey from behind by Morrow as she goes down the line to centre wing. Metecic couldn't take the mark. Her teammate in Ponga came in from the side and nearly took it, and we'll have a ball up. True centre wing. Broadcast side, 4 minutes gone, third quarter. Still no change to the half-time score line. As from behind there was Radis, but again Metecic done that a bit this contest. Going around the globe there was Ruby Crow in the tackle. And we'll get this ball tossed up once again. From behind there was Radis who won the tap down for Heathmont. They've moved it forward. Riley Hall trying to break a tackle there from Kyla Morrow. Can't. And umpire will call for it slightly forward of centre for Heathmont. Metecic just tried to push her opponent out. Riley Hall again spun around, this time by Talara Radis. So it's been stoppage central the last couple of minutes, which again North Ringwood won't mind as Metecic took it out of ruck and was pinged. A really good tackle by Talara Radis. As she's got McPherson calling for it. Her handball wasn't great to Tolliday, who's still got plenty of time, but coming in from behind, a really good tackle from Ruby Crow. Heathmont have the numbers here. It was Hayley Ferris with the kick. No mark taken. Plenty of players looking for the ground ball get. And the tackle applied there by Ruby Crow. Umpire will call for it.
Boundary.
So we'll go boundary side to Kate.
The intensity here is at another level for this quarter.
It's a finals type intensity, isn't it, Kate?
Absolutely. Sorry, Paul.
It's all good, Kate, as it is the last round of the season. Heathmont looking to book a final spot. North Ringwood looking to finish off the year with a win, as Heathmont will look to go forward as they will win the clearance, and it's a 3-on-1. Will go out of play just outside the attacking 54 Heathmont.
Score update from Warrandyte Recreation Reserve, Baroni Gold 85 to Upper Ferntree Gully 2.
So as Heathmont, as Gayful is tackled, and we will have another stoppage just outside the attacking 54 Heathmont. As both rucks go at it again. Good tap there by Everstein. Now McPherson into the forward 50. Handballs over to Ferris. And now taking it is Bailey. And it'll be in the back, so free kick will go the way of North Ringwood as they look to clear their lines. Intercept mark taken by Brown, who's been impressive so far for Heathmont. Been one of their best. Back into the forward 50 mark. There was nearly taken by McPherson. Numbers around it for both sides. And we will get another stoppage. We've played 7.5 minutes in this third term. It's North Ringwood by 4 points. 3-2 to 2-4 in favour of the Saints. Good tackle. Umpire says play on. And another ball up as it's right over the arc. Metecic gets the ball. Handballs away over to Knox. Knox now takes a run. And an intercept mark there taken by White as she assesses her options. Down the line. Mark there taken. Good mark by Wright as she looks to go into the forward 50. As there looks to be numbers for North Ringwood, but an opportunity here for Gayfer. And it'll be another stoppage, about 35 out from goal for Heathmont as they look to get in front for the first time in this contest. Metecic handballs, but it finds Ferris. And as they look to clear out of their defensive 50, North Ringwood. And another stoppage. So we played 9 minutes, third term.
Still no change to the halftime score. Heathmont continue to press their attacking half, though. Everstein with the big tap down. Got it inside 50. Umpire circling and calling for it. Calls for high from the fence, beyond the fence out here. Sitting on the fence and sitting right on the edge. Other Heathmont faithful out here at H.E. Parker Reserve. They trail by 4 points as it's Shannon Harris who manages to get it back to Emily Kane. It returns to Harris. No, in fact, it's Riley Hall who turned it over. Heathmont just work it through hand, but not too far. North Ringwood managed to lock it up. And a stoppage forward to centre for Heathmont in the right in the centre square
Boundary.
of H.E. Parker Reserve. We go down to Kate Green on the boundary.
Riley Hall, what a workhorse for North Ringwood.
Absolutely. She has been by far their best on ground as North Ringwood clear the congestion and have got a 2-on-1. The one is Brooke Mullinger who managed to get a handball away. Harris was calling for holding the ball, but Mullinger composed herself, decided to take a bounce. Harris could run onto this. It's Mullinger who managed to get a handball away, looking for Everstein. She does. Kick off the ground. Got it to Meg Hardy. Handball away. And North Ringwood now have the numbers. Miller Wright will be not pinged. And umpire will call for it forward to centre once again for Heathmont on the far side. 10.5 minutes gone. They trail by 4 points. 16-20 in this Deakin Uni match of the round. Everstein from behind. Got the tap down. North Ringwood have the numbers here, but they can't completely control it. Slattery got the don't argue win on one. Kick away to... That was Emily Kane who's wrapped up, and umpire will once again call for it. Heathmont were nearly out there, but they couldn't clear the stoppage, and umpire once again will call for it. Everstein with a tap down to Brown. Try to break 2 tackles, can't. One of those tacklers being Riley Hall. She's got my vote for North Ringwood's best on ground. Been absolutely superb today as Hall. As from behind, Everstein got it down to Knox though. Running onto it here and trying to get a kick away was Barrow, but it was smothered. And umpire will once again call for it. So not too much happening in this third quarter. It's still 16-20 in the favour of North Ringwood as Heathmont look to change that. Everstein, after the first attempted clearance, was smothered. Got it to Rachel McPherson. It now spills out the back for North Ringwood, who'll look to clear their defensive lines and go in the direction of Harris. Mullinger from behind did really well. Again, they turn it over. Heathmont, there's been a couple of turnovers in this quarter as Barrow's wrapped up by Wright, who started to step it up in this third quarter. Umpire will call for it. 12 minutes gone. North Ringwood 3-2-20. Heathmont 2-4-16.
Intriguing contest out here at H.E. Parker Reserve. And we'll get another stoppage. So, been plenty of those in this third term. As the ball bounces in favour of Heathmont and they look to go forward, but a good smother and smothered again. So, North Ringwood with their pressure down back as they look to go forward themselves, but there's numbers everywhere for Heathmont. No mark was taken as the ball is kicked forward, but there are numbers back here for Heathmont. And we'll get a stoppage. So we have played approximately 12 and 50 in this third term. North Ringwood by 4 points as the ball bounces in favour of North Ringwood as they look to kick it forward. And they will get it forward. Here's an opportunity. And the mark is taken by Harris. She puts it over the top to Freeney. And Freeney's missed. So it's the first score of the third quarter. And it's out to 3-3-21 North Ringwood. So Heathmont 2-4-16. We've played 13.5 in this third term.
So a missed chance there for North Ringwood. Freeney had all the time in the world. She could have run it to the goal line and kicked it, but she didn't. And Heathmont still trailed by less than 1 kick. 5 points the margin. A tense contest out here at H.E. Parker Reserve as Bauer Smith goes to the far side, looking for right. Plenty of numbers at the full of the ball. Umpire will once again call for it.
Boundary.
We go down boundary side to Kate Green.
Inside 50s, Heathmont's way, tackles Heathmont's way, intercept marks Heathmont, free kick, North Ringwood way.
So they're well and truly on top of the contest are Heathmont. North Ringwood are stifling them though and doing really well. They've upped the pressure, have the Saints. Umpire will once again call for it. 14.5 minutes gone, third quarter. 3-3-21 North Ringwood lead. Heathmont 2-4-16 as they'll get this clearance to Saints. Once again, it's that by O'Reilly Hall, but it's intercepted. Caitlin White just chucks it on the boot, looking in the direction there of Charlotte Tolliday. The ball isn't seen out of bounds. Heathmont attempt to find a teammate. McPherson intercepted Hall's handball, got it back to Everstein, to Mullinger. Looks to go to the middle of H.A. Parker Reserve where North Ringwood have the numbers. Now Heathmont do. Trying to break her way through there was Everstein. Got a kick, but it was smothered. Umpire still circling, and we'll call for a ball up. 15 minutes gone, third quarter. 2-4-16 Heathmont, North Ringwood 3-3-21.
So, we've got 5 minutes left of this third term as it's just forward of centre for North Ringwood. Good intercept mark there taken by Tolliday, who's had a lot of it in this game. She's been one of the best for Heathmont as they look to go forward. High ball as numbers around it here for North Ringwood, so too Heathmont. Handballed over to the number 21 in Knox as there's pressure here by Heathmont as they look to go forward themselves, but it will fall marked there, nearly taken by Mellon-Fant. And it'll be a ball up just outside the attacking 50 for the Jets. As North Ringwood by 5 points. Good tackle on Everstein as North Ringwood look to clear their lines. Kicked off the ground. North Ringwood with a big kick off the ground as they continue to go forward. Just bounces past, but Thomas gets the ball and Freeney nearly took the mark, and Freeney get the ball and get it into the forward 50. And good intercept mark. They're taken, but she played on. And it's holding the footy. So Heathmont get it back. She probably should have took a bit more time, but she went to go forward and got pinged. So Heathmont looked to clear it forward, but it will go the way of North Ringwood. Numbers back for Heathmont. Into the corridor. Now taken by DeMarco. Handballs away as Heathmont look to go forward themselves. And here we go. Maybe a bit of run and carry from Heathmont. Kicked off the ground again. DeMarco. And it'll be a stoppage in the true centre circle of the ground here at H.E. Parker Reserve. It's North Ringwood by 5 points as they look to go forward. Just bounced past McPherson. Kicked off the ground. Numbers around it here for North Ringwood. And it will be cleared out. McPherson. Now North Ringwood look to clear it away. As even numbers to the footy. Kicked off the ground, and now North Ringwood look to clear their lines. Once again, as down the line, mark there, intercept mark was taken. As Heathmont look to go forward, we've got just about 2 minutes before 3/4 time. We've had one behind in this quarter in favour of North Ringwood, as there's plenty of passion here so far by the two sides. It's a very even contest in this one, Josh.
Absolutely. The pressure is high. The stakes are even higher for Heathmont. as they attempt to clear the stoppage. North Ringwood have the numbers again at the fall of the hit-outs from Everstein, who's really impressed in ruck and up forward has Emily Everstein. She'll look to get it forward for Heathmont. Here she does, but not too far. Riley Hall. Well, calls for holding the ball once again, but nothing doing. A minute left. 19 minutes gone. Third quarter. 2-4-16 Heathmont. North Ringwood 3-3-21. Only the one score in this intense third quarter. Everstein again down to Riley Hall. Go straight through the middle. Maybe one last chance for North Ringwood. If they get clean possession, Harris couldn't completely control it. On hands and knees is Katarina Curry. Heathmont might get a chance here. North Ringwood, in fact, will get that chance. They look in the direction of Mel Gilmore. The bounce didn't favour her. It didn't favour a Heathmont opponent either. But doing really well there was the Heathmont player. Gilmore's around this. Her and Freeney apply the tackle. And the last opportunity to get a goal in this third quarter will go in the direction of North Ringwood. As putting her hand up in this ruck contest is Stevie Bailey. It's Heathmont who win out. Alana Brown manages to clear her defensive lines. Maybe not. As there goes the three-quarter time siren. It's sent to be a tight finish out here at H.E. Parker Reserve. It's North Ringwood Red who lead 3-3-21. Heathmont 2-4-16. The goal kickers remain the same. We go down boundary side, in fact, now to Kate Green.
Inside 50s, actually 5-4 North Ringwood. Tackles 12-9 Heathmont. Intercept marks 3-0 Heathmont. And three kicks, they're both even on 3 each for that quarter. So we have two very evenly matched teams at the moment.
Absolutely, and you can watch these two evenly matched teams go head-to-head in this final quarter right here on Facebook and YouTube. As I mentioned, it's going to go down to the wire right here, Paul Yukone, isn't it?
It certainly is, and, you know, it's going to be a great finish. I'm certainly looking forward to it.
Absolutely. The goal kickers remain the same. Freeney with 2 for North Ringwood, 1 to Shannon Harris, singles to Emily Everstein and Amy Morrow, all coming in that first half. We're going to take a break here in the Deakin Uni match of the round. When we return, we'll bring you the final quarter of action out here between the Jets and the Saints. Welcome back to the Deakin Uni match of the round. H.E. Parker Reserve hosting an intense contest between Heathmont and North Ringwood. Only one behind kicked in the third quarter, and that was to North Ringwood Red, who lead 3-3-21 to Heathmont 2-4-16 as papers go flying all over the place out here at H.E. Parker. We're going to go quickly around the grounds. not too many updates in Premier Division. The one is out at Cheong Park, South Croydon leading 65 to 13. So most likely that will mean that Vermont will unfortunately miss out on finals after coming home like a steam train the last couple of weeks. We've gotten a third quarter score out at Mulgrave Reserve. Eastern Devils 44 to Hawks 14. 15 minutes gone in that third quarter. So a pretty promising performance from Boronia, but it looks like Eastern Devils will win the minor premiership as we go down to Kate Green, who has Adam Sullivan alongside her.
Adam, very, very equal quarter that, with basically nothing really between you guys in tackles and free kicks and that. So I heard you say that, there was great intensity. We better get off the field, and that the work rate was really great. You also said just to take opportunities and make it happen. Do you want to expand on that?
Yeah, I think there's probably been a couple of girls today that are just sort of waiting for the ball to get to them all. So all I'm asking is for them just to step up a little bit and just hunt the footy. That's all I want from them. So you hunt the footy and it goes a long way. So yeah, that's about it for this quarter.
Thanks very much, Adam. All the best.
Thanks there to Kate Green doing a superb job, as she always does on the boundary. His teams are now in position. We're just waiting on a couple of the Heathmont and Boronia reserves to hop off the ground out here at HE Parker Reserve. We're all set for what is going to be an epic final quarter out here between the Heathmont Jets and the North Ringwood Red Saints.
Boundary.
We go down to Kate Green, who has Rachel Okone alongside her.
Rachel, in that last quarter address, she said, stay focused, work hard. Last quarter of the season, and you're still in it, leave nothing out there and work your butt off. Is there anything you'd like to expand on that or like to say? Because your girls are doing great.
Yeah, they're playing really well today. I think they're actually surprising themselves, and 20 minutes left of the season, so I just told them to leave it all out there. We've got nothing to lose, so just keep going at it.
And you enjoying this?
I'm loving it. It's been awesome. They're playing so well, so I'm, super proud of them today, yeah.
You haven't stopped smiling all game, so it's really great to see you so happy.
Yeah, thank you. I definitely am, yeah. It's a good day.
Okay, thanks very much, Rachel. All the best.
Thank you.
So here's an opportunity for North Ringwood as they go forward. Will it bounce? Hits the post.
Handy point.
It is. It gets it back out to a 6-point margin. And that would have been a great start to the final term for North Ringwood, who lead by a kick. As the kick in will be taken by Boya Smith, as she looks to clear it out of the defensive 50. Now as North Ringwood look to go back into the forward 50, Barrow, and it bounces out of play. So it'll be a last touch free kick going the way of Heathmont. And Boya Smith again. Will Heathmont keep it in? Good tackle there by Barrow, and it'll be a ball up just outside the attacking 50 for Heathmont, for North Ringwood, sorry. As Heathmont look to clear it out, and it'll be going outside going out for a ball in, for a ball up, as we've played 2 minutes in the last quarter. It's North Ringwood 3-4 to 2-4. Now an opportunity here for Harris, and it goes out of play. So another ball in inside the forward half, the forward 50 for North Ringwood. Now Matetic kicks. Mark was nearly taken by Harris. They're really putting Heathmont under pressure, and they get a point. So it's out to a 7-point lead. Very handy point indeed, Josh, as it's 3-5-23 to Heathmont 2-4-16, 2-50 in this last quarter.
As Boya Smith goes to this broadcast side where there's no players. It might fall out the back here now for Hayley Ferris. It's in fact Alana Brown who wins the foot race against Riley Hall, who continues to put her body on the line and work hard in midfield. Ferris wins out though. Her handball trying to find McPherson was an errant one. Pongo just kicks it off the ground. Clearing defence for Heathmont is Jessica Boya Smith. It might trickle out of bounds. It hasn't. Heathmont applying some good pressure. Ferris. Plenty of players around this, and umpire will call for it. 3 minutes gone in this final quarter. 7 points the margin. They need 2 goals, Heathmont, if they are to win this game. But Riley Hall is going to send North Ringwood forward. Just getting the kick off the ground. There was Meg Hardy into open space. Barrow nearly ran onto it. It's McPherson who applies the tackle on Barrow. Could have nearly tracked it in, but didn't. Umpire will call for it. Forward of centre for Heathmont on this broadcast side. Metecic won the tap down. The clearance for Hayley Ferris. Intercepted by Casey Slattery. Got it to Barrow. Kicks it high up and under ball. The mark going to be taken here by Meg Hardy. Had a pretty decent game on a wing. Got it to Boyer Smith, who dashes past one. Sends it to true centre half forward, where McPherson is the mean in the sandwich. Falls out the back here for Indiana Crombie. Had a pretty decent game in defence. Got it down the line, straight through the middle of H.A. Parker Reserve. McPherson's out the back, managed to garnish a handball away. Plenty of players surrounding this ball as we get this tossed up. Boundary side's Kate Green.
Number 5 for Heathmont, Alana Brown's off for some trainer attention.
So they'll need her in this final quarter. Alana Brown been pretty impressive as a midfielder as this ball will be tossed up once again. Everstein against Metecic. Ruck contest as it was in the opening stages. Right, bursting away from the stoppage. Kick was smothered, putting her body on the line. Annabelle Barrow. And applying the good tackle there was Miller Wright as it's in Heathmont's attacking half. Everstein got it down to Wright. Her kick was a bit of a grubber. And North Ringwood will attempt to clear defence, but Heathmont applying some good pressure. Umpire will call for it. 5 minutes gone, final quarter. 16-23, North Ringwood lead in over Heathmont.
So just outside the attacking 50 for Heathmont, umpire will say my footy. So Heathmont get the tap, but North Ringwood look to get the clearance. Numbers around it for Heathmont. And it'll be another stoppage as we've played 5.5 in this final term. Now as Heathmont have numbers back, kicked high up in the air by Ferris. As Heathmont look to go forward. Good tackle from Kane. Now as North Ringwood look to get the footy, but Heathmont look to strive forward. And they look to really get back in the forward 50, but North Ringwood have it. And it'll be a ball up just on the middle of the ground here at H.E. Parker Reserve. North Ringwood with the look to get the clearance. As they look to go in their forward 50. Looks to find a teammate in Gilmore. And a great tackle by Gilmore. Umpire says play on. Nearly threw it away as North Ringwood pressing here. Look to go into the forward 50. Now an opportunity. Oh, bounce past Pongo. And Pongo nearly got it. Good tackle there, and it'll be a ball up. It's really intense stuff out here at H.E. Parker Reserve.
They need a goal soon, Heathmont. I know they kicked 2 quick goals in that second quarter, but they need a goal soon.
They certainly do. It's a 7-point margin in favour of North Ringwood. Here come Heathmont perhaps, and it'll be a ball up. So we've played 7:20 in this last quarter.
And North Ringwood are holding on. They lead by 7 points, 3-5-23 North Ringwood to Heathmont 2-4-16 as the Jets clear. Stepping it up in this final quarter is Ferris, but her kick was intercepted. McPherson corralling her opponent, but she still managed to get away, looking in the direction of Alison Knox. And there's a push in the back, free kick going in the Jets' favour. Her effort forward of centre on the far side. Mullinger calling for it from the, she might come in from the side. No, instead it goes longer. Mullinger was there, sees it out of bounds. Right into the cricket netting area out here at H.E. Parker Reserve. 8 minutes gone, fourth quarter. The Jets trail 2-4-16. North Ringwood red 3-5-23. Still no goals kicked in this second half. In fact, only the 3 behinds have been kicked, all in the favour of North Ringwood. They're holding up really well, are the Saints in their final game of the season, looking to win their 4th game as they win the clearance here. Pongo applied, the tackle was applied there by Hayley Ferris. Hall again working hard on the ground and clearing the congestion. Barrow got the kick looking for Jasmine Thomas. It just bounced in favour of her, and it favours Heathmont, who look in the direction of Rachel McPherson, up against 2 and gets a free kick. You're on the money again, Paul. Rachel McPherson will look to send it inside 50 in the direction of Farrago. Might fall out the back for her. They get a shot on goal, Heathmont, and it's there! It's a 1-point ball game out here at H.E. Parker. 3-4-22 the Jets. North Ringwood 3-5-23. 9 minutes gone, 4th quarter. I'm not too sure who kicked that goal, Paul, but it's a crucial one for the Jets.
It certainly is, and it's a 1-point game out here. It's really is. If it wasn't looking like a grandstand finish before, it certainly is now. It's a goal that Heathmont badly needed, as we have gone 9.5 minutes in this final term.
Boundary.
Right, boundary to Kate.
Number 3, Munginger. Brooke Mullinger kicked that, guys.
Been terrific in defence, has the captain, Brooke Mullinger, Paul.
She has, and she kicks an important captain's goal as North Ringwood will win the clearance and will look to go forward. 1-on-1 there, and we'll get a stoppage just outside the attacking 50 for North Ringwood. 1 point the difference if you've just joined us. North Ringwood 3-5-23 to Heathmont 3-4-22. As North Ringwood will kick it off the ground. And they look to go under forward 50, handball away. High up in the air. Can they find a mark? Mark was nearly taken by Pongo. And it'll be a stoppage as we've played 10.5 minutes in this final term. So Heathmont look to clear their lines, and they'll get another stoppage as time is being eaten away. We are heading into the 11-minute mark. Heathmont are down by a point. Heathmont need to win to get themselves a final spot, as Heathmont will go down the line. Mark there was nearly taken. Numbers around it for Heathmont. Desperate stuff. And it's going to be a ball up centre forward half here for North Ringwood.
Everstein got the tap down, going up in ruck against Stevie Bailey. Wright might run onto it. In fact, it'll be Isha DeMarco. They clear the congestion, do North Ringwood, and get it out to Asha Ponga. Half forward flank she goes. Touched off the boot, says the umpire. So Heathmont are forced to play on. And it invites the North Ringwood pressure. Umpire will call for it. 12 minutes gone, final quarter. 1 point still the margin. 3-4-22 Heathmont. North Ringwood 3-5-23 in this Deakin Uni match of the round. The final round of the home and away season, and the final home and away match of the round, going right down to the wire as Asha Pongo was wrapped up. And we'll have this ball tossed up. 12 minutes 15 gone, 4th quarter now. Just chewing time off the clock, and North Ringwood doing really well to force stoppage after stoppage and move it inch by inch forward and force the umpire to ball it up. Once again on the far side, right in front of the scoreboard. 22-23 reads the score as North Ringwood get the hit out, looking in the direction of Kane, who sees it out of bounds, and umpire will call for it. So more time taken off the clock by North Ringwood, I should say. Those 2 points early in the quarter coming in very handy, and those last couple of points coming in very handy for the Saints. It's down at the bottom of that pack. It looked like it was Riley Hill, but Heathmont managed to clear the congestion. Intercept taken by Crombie to Aisha DeMarco. Got it on the boot. Bounced in favour of the first three players. It favours North Ringwood. Kick wasn't all too great. Another one off the ground. Might fall in the favour of North Ringwood. It doesn't. And it's seen out of bounds. 13.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Jets trailing 22 to 23.
Here in the forward 50 for North Ringwood. It is intense as Heathmont look to clear their lines. Handball's away, nearly holding the ball, but umpire says play on. And it is desperate stages here. Neither side wants to give up a goal.
Or even a score if you're North Ringwood.
Even a score, exactly. As it's hard to find free footy at the moment. And it'll be a ball up. We've played 14 and 20 minutes in this last quarter. It's North Ringwood by a point. Looking to finish off their year on a high. Heathmont looking to book a final spot. And it'll be another ball up.
Boundary.
Boundary side to Kate Green.
You're not going to believe the tackle count, 19 to 15.
I can understand that because it has been not just an intense final quarter, it's been an intense second half, hasn't it, Kate?
Absolutely. But this is the highest tackle count we've ever had for a fourth quarter.
Oh, Rick, absolutely. Is North Ringwood managed to clear the stoppage, but Heathmont are stopping them in their tracks. McPherson just tried to tap it ahead of her. Umpire circling and calling for a ball up. 15 minutes gone. 3-4-22 Heathmont to North Ringwood 3-5-23 in this final quarter of the Deakin Uni match of the round. The final round of the home and away season. Heathmont looking to book in a final spot. North Ringwood, as Paul mentioned, looking to end their season on a high, and they're going to get a chance to go inside 50 once again. Harris gets the snap on goal. It's a rainmaker. Not 15, says the umpire, so play on. It ends in the hands once again of Harris, who's wrapped up by 2. Brown nearly stole it, who's back on the ground. 15:45 gone, final quarter. Still 22 to 23. Bailey goes up in ruck. Everstein won it out. Can Heathmont move it from this stoppage and get it inside their forward 50? They have to. They can't here. North Ringwood again continue to hold up well. The pressure has been immense, not just from North Ringwood, but from Heathmont, and it's playing into the Saints' favour as Heathmont attempt to clear the congestion. It's North Ringwood with numbers at the fall of this ball, but a good tackle applied there on Ruby Crow, who's had a really good game, and umpire will once again call for it, Paul.
So inside the inside 50, the forward 50 for North Ringwood as they look to create an opportunity, but Heathmont look to clear their lines. Kicked off the ground. Opportunity! Isn't it opportunity? Touched. So it's out to 2 points in favour of North Ringwood. 3-6-24 North Ringwood, Heathmont 3-4-22. What are the inside 50s like in this last quarter, Kate?
It's 4-3 North Ringwood, and this is killing me.
So it's kicked out a defensive 50. Can Heathmont get it forward? Handball it backwards. Now Hall, who's been one of the best for North Ringwood, but the intercept mark is taken by Mullinger as she looks to go into the forward 50. Numbers back for North Ringwood. Desperate stuff out there. Heathmont look to go forward, smothered. Another opportunity. Bowyer Smith couldn't get a kick away. It was smothered again. Everstein handballs it. Maybe another chance for Heathmont. Can she take the mark? Not quite. North Ringwood numbers back, kicked there by Freeney. I'm losing my voice.
You're doing well, Paul.
Here we go. Now it's Braunthal. Now a chance here. Numbers back for Heathmont. Kicked high up in the air. Mark was nearly taken off the ground as it's heading into the forward 50. North Ringwood look to clear the defensive 50.
Boundary, we've
We'll
got
go
number
boundary.
20 down
I can
for Tolliday from Heathmont.
So, Tolliday's down as Heathmont look to get it forward. We've got a minute and a half left, just about. Umpire says it's a ball up. It's North Ringwood by 2 points.
She's down and she's out for the count, is Charlotte Tolliday. She's not coming back onto the ground. She looks in distraught, Paul.
So, as Tolliday comes off and Priya goes on, North Ringwood look to win the clearance. Mark there was nearly taken by Priya. Opportunity for North Ringwood to go forward. Tackle there as we've got a minute left.
Boundary.
We'll go boundary to Kate Green.
I did say a draw.
It could happen. It could happen. Back up we go. Matejic to the tap down. It's North Ringwood who might get this final thrust forward. They do. They might hang on here, the Saints, and give the Eastern Devils a sniff. As umpire will call for it. 40 seconds left in this final quarter. North Ringwood 24 to Heathmont 22. Matejic the tap down to Gilmore, who's up against 2. Maybe one more goal for North Ringwood. As Hall applies the tackle. Umpire calls play on. Heathmont have the numbers around this. It's Hall again. Probably been the best on ground all day. Got it to Gilmore. North Ringwood are going to hang on here as they go inboard, looking in the direction of DeMarco. It falls here to Pongo. Back here to Ayesha DeMarco. They might get one more goal. DeMarco who kicks the rubber. It's just going to go through for a minor score.
Gotta
As
love
the
those
final siren will sound.
Gotta love those behinds. Oh my God.
And North Ringwood have held on out here at H.E. Parker. 3-7-25 the Saints. Heathmont 3-4-22. The Jets now have to rely on Mitchum to get the job done against the Eastern Devils. For the Devils, they've got one last chance. They've got a chance to play finals in season 2024.
What a game.
Absolute rip-snorting contest. The Saints hold on here as we go down to Kate Green on the boundary, who has Rachel Ikone alongside her. She just gets the headset on. Rachel, congratulations on the victory. You must be so proud of the girls and their ability to hang on here.
Yeah, very proud of the girls. I think it helped. We came out here with not really much pressure and it was just more enjoy the game. So I think that definitely worked in our favour today. And yeah, they really just had fun out there, stuck it to them. And I give it to Heathmont. They came out all guns blazing. But I think, yeah, our girls just held on to it at the end there and it paid off. So I'm really, really proud of them. Great way to end the season, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
It was a really, really good start by North Ringwood. They got the first 3 goals of the contest, but in those final moments, they held on really well, didn't they?
I think they just kind of thought, you know, we've only got a couple minutes left. It's not so much about scoring, but more just locking it down and just keep getting the stoppages. And yeah, they definitely did that.
And just one player that really stood out to us up here was Riley Hall. Really put her body on the line in midfield, didn't she?
Yeah, she's a gun. She's everywhere. Like she's one second she's one end of the field to the other, and yeah, she's unbelievable. She's been a real asset to our team. That's all season. She didn't start at the start of the season, but she joined us a bit halfway through, and yeah, she's been awesome.
Any other players that stood out to you?
I definitely think Asha. She's one of our midfielders as well, and I think all of our backline just really worked together well as a team, just to keep it out. So they've done well.
Well, Rachel, congratulations on the victory and the 4th victory for the North Ringwood Red side this season. Go and celebrate it and go and sing the song with the girls. Congratulations on a great season as well.
Thank you very much.
Well
Thanks,
done,
guys.
Rachel.
Looking forward to seeing you back out on the park this season. There's certainly one player who enjoyed it, Corrine Malin-Fanders. We're now joined by the Heathmont senior women's coach, Adam Sullivan. Adam, commiserations on the loss. You must be proud of the girls' resilience, though, to really take the fight right up to North Ringwood, not just for the final couple of quarters, but for the entire contest.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think obviously a bit of a sluggish start hurt us a little bit. North Ringwood came out ready to play footy. I think the girls knew there was a little bit of extra pressure, even though we're trying to treat it like a normal game. And yeah, I think it's probably the difference there, just that first quarter. So
yeah, and it did seem like you guys were on top. Was there still a bit of belief that you would be able to come from behind and manage to get the job done?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said to Kate at 3/4 time, I think just getting a goal on the board, coming from 4 behinds, just changes the mentality. So yeah, no, the girls absolutely had the belief. given the side we had out there today, obviously missing your Bronte Arnett's, Miranda Marshalls, and even Tiana Priya. She's been massive for us down back, but unfortunately she's having better times over in Europe at the moment. Credit to our girls, credit to North Ringwood. That was a pretty good game to watch.
Which players for your side stood out to you?
Oh, look, I think Kyla Morrow was absolutely unbelievable today. Her tackle pressure, probably one of the few girls that came out really wanting it in the first quarter. And then, I just think throughout the game, there's a few more that stepped up. Rachel McPherson, Talara in the ruck, Emily in the ruck. I think after that first quarter, they changed their approach, and that sort of probably showed on the footage. So, yeah, there's a few girls that played really well today.
Yeah, absolutely. There was certainly some stars for Heathmont. Well, Adam, we better let you go. Commiserations on the loss, but still a great season. Hope to see you next week come finals time.
No worries, guys. Thanks for your efforts this year.
Thank you so much, Adam. Doing a terrific job with Heathmont. Now they have to rely on Mitcham not losing by too big against the Eastern Devils. I think it could potentially be, if Mitcham were scoreless, Eastern Devils would have to kick around 3 goals to get the job done and play finals once again. And for the Eastern Devils, if they were to play finals this year, or Eastern Devils Black that is, it'd be back-to-back finals for the Devils. And well, they made grand finals in their first 2 seasons, but the Jets now relying on Mitcham to get the job done. Of course, Mitcham did defeat Heathmont last weekend, so anything is absolutely possible. Paul Yukone, before we get to some scores from around the grounds, do you have a best on ground for yourself?
Yeah,
or 3-2-1?
Yeah, I've got a 3-2-1. The one vote goes to I give to Rachel McPherson from Heathmont. I thought she really did hard to inspire her side over the line. 2 votes I'll give to Khalees Freeney with the 2 goals, and she also creates some opportunities for her teammates, her fellow forwards up forward as well. And the 3 votes have got to be for Riley Hall for North Ringwood. She was absolutely everywhere. She was unbelievable today. So 3 votes go to Riley Hall.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous. Well, for us two at least. Riley Hall, 3 votes for me. I thought she was absolutely superb. 2 votes I got to give to Ruby Crow. I thought she fought hard on a wing. Yep. The 1 vote, I've got to give it to Rachel McPherson. She was a third inside forward 50. She missed a couple of opportunities and was absolutely the one of Heathmont's or Heathmont's best on ground. Kate, do you have a 3-2-1 or a best on ground?
Well, I have a best on ground. Just Riley Hall. She was under in absolutely everything. For such a slight frame player, my goodness. But basically, I'd like to do a big shout out to both teams because this has been up there, equal best with last week. I mean, the intensity from both sides, the tackling pressure from both sides, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth efforts. The tackle count is through the roof. Kudos to both teams because they really, really, at no quarter did that either side give up. And, just fantastic game.
Absolutely.
Fantastic game.
Absolutely fantastic contest. We've been
no
treated.
one deserved to lose, really.
It should have been a draw.
Yeah.
You did call the draw. You nearly got another tip right, Kate. But we'll go through some scores from around.
I'm getting better at this.
Yeah, you're actually getting better at tips. Well, clearly Ryan Long and I aren't getting any better. We both tipped Heathmont in female footy focus. So
female intuition.
But touching on some scores from around the grounds now, we don't have a final score, unfortunately, from Eastern Devils Baronia nor Mount Evelyn the Basin. South Croydon have absolutely thumped Vermont 13-6, 84 to Vermont 2-4-16. So that will probably mean that South Belgrave will play finals. Even if they lose today, Vermont take a heavy hit to their percentage.
So does that mean we'll see another Simon TikTok?
Possibly, we'll see. Into Division 1, both North Ringwood women's sides won today. The North Ringwood Division 1 side won 19-17, 131 to Beaconsfield 32-20, so they confirm the double chance. No scores from Donvale Knox, Park Orchards, East Ringwood as well. Division 2, Blackburn 10-3-63 defeated Berwick 3-6-24 in that game out at Edwin Flack Reserve. So a massive result there for Blackburn, who end the season on a little bit of a high. I don't think their last loss might have come against Blackburn out at Berwick out at Morton Park. So terrific result for the Burners. It was a three-quarter time score out at Montrose Recreation Reserve. The D's lead 111-3 over Kilsyth. So Montrose are into second temporarily because Waverley Blues are currently playing Churnside Park out at Kimberley Reserve, and that just started that contest out there at Kimberley Reserve, Kate.
Yeah. So where does that leave Heathmont then?
So for Heathmont, I think don't take my word for it, but if Mitcham don't kick any points, Eastern Devils would just have to kick 3 goals. So I think it's around the 3 or 4 plus goal mark they'd win by the Eastern Devils, and they'd be playing Division 3 finals this year.
So in other words, where Heathmont finishes depends on whether or not Mitcham take out the Devils.
Pretty much, essentially, or if they lose only just in that, or if they make it a tight contest.
It's a close game,
yeah. This like the normal season, okay, with the last round today, it has been a pretty amazing season.
It has.
So many divisions have, every week I hear from you, Ryan, Blake, Paul, saying, oh, this is tight, this is tight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now, last round, and it still is really so tight.
It's absolutely tight and going to go right down to the wire across all divisions in the Deakin Uni women's competition. And touching on the Division 3 results now, South Croydon are up into second after they defeated Croydon North Emlock 28-20. No scores from Moorbuck Coldstream. I haven't seen anything on their socials as well. Division 4, now Bayswater. They needed Warrandyte to lose out at Batterham Reserve. We still haven't gotten a score from that game between the Basin Green and Warrandyte, but Bayswater lost, defeated by Ferntree Gully 5-7-37 to 1 behind them. They'll play Wanturna South next week, or Ferntree Gully. Wanturna South defeating Nunawading 5-5-35 to 2-5-17. And Boronia Gold have their second win of the season after knocking off Upper Ferntree Gully 18-9-117 to Upper Ferntree Gully 1-8 in that contest out at not at Kings Park actually, it's at Warrandyte Recreation Reserve. So not too many surprises, but...
Yeah. Paul, what's been... I know I'm going to put you on the spot here, but what's been, with all the games that you've called this year or seen for women's footy, what's been the outstanding one for you so far?
It's interesting. The last 2 games I've called were close. I think this one would have to be the best one personally, because so much on the line for Heathmont, and they're up against the improving North Ringwood side. It was a really good contest, and it was such a joy to call alongside Josh, and so much stakes for
absolutely,
especially for Heathmont, and it was just a really good contest.
And what about calling with the BWS a few weeks ago?
Oh, that would have been fun. That sounded like fun. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, BWS has put him down as a legend for his coast-to-coast call.
Well, we better, unfortunately, wrap things up. Of course, we're just about to finish out here for the Deakin Uni match of the round. First to UK Green, doing it all down on the boundary, doing an absolutely magnificent job. We're officially into the finals period.
Thank you guys for all your company this normal season, and look forward to everyone's company going for the finals.
Absolutely. To Paul Yukone, I had an absolute pleasure calling alongside you once again today, and looking forward to listening to you for the Eastland match of the round, of course, out at Cheong Park. I'm sure you're looking forward to that game.
I certainly am. It's 4th v 5th in that, and such an important game for both South Croydon and Vermont's finals chances. It was a joy to call alongside you as well, Josh. I really enjoyed this contest.
Absolutely love this contest, and of course the best camera woman across the land in Meg Green will be doing a superb job, did a superb job out here at HE Park, and will be doing a superb job out at Cheong Park for the Eastland match of the round. And you can tune into that game on 98.1 Radio Eastern and Facebook and YouTube. For now though, I've been Joshua. Thank you for tuning in to the Deakin Uni match of the round. We'll see you next week, all for fun.